Hello and welcome to the 66th episode of the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit video podcast. My name is Kimberly, also known as Sock Bunny, and today is Wednesday, December 19th, 2012. I'm recording in sunny Florida in the United States of America. I am Sock Bunny pretty much everywhere on the interwebs. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, Plurk, Google+, Twitter, pretty much everywhere. And the blog is at sockbunnyknitandfit.blogspot.com. The email address is sockbunnyknitandfit@gmail.com, and the Etsy shop is sockbunnystudios.etsy.com, where you will find beautiful hand-dyed fiber and hand-dyed yarn. The Etsy shop is going to be closing on December 25th. I'm leaving on the 26th to go to Rhode Island to visit my older daughter who is in college up there. We'll be leaving, Rachel and I are going to be leaving. Joe's going to be staying here with Bandit, our dog. And Rachel and I will be leaving Wednesday morning really early, the 26th. So I'm going to close the shop on the 25th, and it will reopen on January 6th because I will be back on January 5th. So right now there is a coupon code for 10% off your entire order, and that coupon code is JOHNJOHN, JOHN, with no spaces. And I do want to say thank you to everybody who has ordered from me so far. You guys, every time I get an order, I get really excited. So thank you everybody for your support this year. And I'm looking forward to a brand new year and very much a lot of fun dyeing and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's get into the podcast. We do have a prize drawing that is going to happen next Tuesday, the 24th. I also will be recording on the 24th since I'm leaving. Oh no, let's see. I'll record on the 25th on Christmas Day. That way I can do the drawing on the 24th. And then, well, let's just say I'll record either on the 24th or 25th, whichever works out better. How about that? After the new year, like I said, I do want my regular recording day to be Wednesday, so maybe I'll wait and do it on Wednesday, which is Christmas Day. Around our house, Christmas Day is pretty relaxed. Christmas Eve is pretty crazy because we do go to midnight mass and all that kind of stuff. So, and also usually Christmas Eve is when we do our last minute wrapping of gifts and stuff like that. So Christmas Day, usually we don't have a whole lot going on. And let's see. Oh, we do have surprise threads, like I said. By the way, I am sick. I have like some sort of virus or bug or whatever, so if I seem a little bit more airhead today than usual, that's why. So we do have 4 prize drawings going on in the Sock Bunny group, and all you have to do is go to the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit group, be a member of the group, and enter one of the 4 drawings. So we have... first, you could win your own John John. And if you don't know who John John is, if you're a new viewer, this is John John. Hi, everybody! He is my buddy that I've had since I was little. And he is the star of the show. His birthday's on Christmas. And he, if you would like to win your very own stuffed John John, you just need to enter that particular contest thread. Okay, it's time for you to go to sleep now. Yay! And so just go and enter and say what you would name your John John and promise not to ever put him on a ceiling fan, because my husband likes to put him on the ceiling fan and turn it on, and then John John goes flying into the wall, and Joe, my husband, laughs really hard. So you have to promise not to ever let anybody do that to your John John. Next we have, you can win some sparkly purple yarn, and this is by Kramer. It's sterling silk and silver, and it's actually got real sterling silver in there. So for this one, you need to, oh, by the way, my show notes are on the computer today, so that's why I'm looking over here. For this one, you need to tell me what are your knitting goals for 2013. And you can also say you don't have any goals. That's valid. Some people are not setting goals, and I totally understand. And then for the next one is Roasted Carrots, and this is by Slackford Studios. This yarn is called Roasted Carrots. For this one, you need to tell me your favorite vegetable. And this week, for my favorite vegetable, I'm going to have to go with broccoli. I really, really, really love broccoli. I like it cooked, I like it raw, I like it no matter, I can like it in stuff, plain, no matter how you serve it, I like broccoli. So for this one, just tell me what your favorite vegetable is. And then the last one, this is calling it Jitterbug. And this colorway is Jamboree. And to win this, you just need to tell me what is your favorite crazy color combination. So those 4 contests are going on right now in the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit Ravelry group. Let's see. And like I said, I'm going to draw the winners using a random number generator on the 24th, which is Monday. Yes, Monday. And then I will, I told you I'm an airhead today, right? And then I will, I'm going to go ahead and post the winners because it's the holidays. I know everything gets crazy for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and post the winners in the group, and you have 30 days to get a hold of me, or I'm going to draw another winner. So what are today's topics? Today we're going to talk about fitness, finished objects, works in progress, knit and crochet alongs, spinning, stash enhancement, tips and tricks, favorite things, and what I am watching and reading. So let's hop right into fitness. We are having a fitness along in the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast group on Ravelry. If you work out any day at least 30 consecutive minutes, you can enter an entry into the thread. Put 1 entry per day. And the winner at the beginning of January, when I get back from my trip, I will draw the winner, and they're going to get either a $5 giftable pattern on Ravelry or some bare sock yarn or fiber that I can dye in up to 3 colors. And I do track my fitness minutes and miles on Spark People, and I am Sock Bunny 66 on there. I'm not really active on that site. I just basically use it for tracking purposes. And I do want to let you guys know that I started eating meat again. Back in April, I had decided to stop eating meat, and I did it for, I guess, about 6 months or so. And then I just decided in November, I guess Thanksgiving was my real downfall. But I don't eat meat every day anyway. I never really have been a big meat eater, but occasionally, maybe once a week, I am eating it now. And I'm okay with that. I really didn't notice a difference in my health at all, in how I felt or anything like that. So I still am not crazy about the idea of killing animals, but if I can't, be a complete vegetarian, I can at least be mostly vegetarian. So occasionally I will have whatever, as far as meat goes. So probably about once a week. So that's it for fitness. I did not work out this week because, like I said, I have been feeling really rotten, and I've been feeling yucky for a few days, but then a couple of days ago it got drastically worse, and like the last couple of days I've been doing a lot of sleeping. So okay, finished objects. I do have a finished object. One is something you haven't even seen yet. This is a pattern that was gifted to me, and let me find the pattern. This was gifted to me earlier this week by Marlisha, and her name online is Lady Fernaco. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm saying it wrong, but she gifted me the Snowball Buddies pattern, which is by Susan Claudino, and this is just an adorable, adorable pattern. So, if you have watched before, you know that I've been making a sweater for my older daughter, Sarah, and I want to give it to her when we go up to Rhode Island. So I made the mouse pattern out of the same yarn. Oops, I left the stitch marker in. Out of the same yarn that her sweater is made out. The only thing I haven't done is a nose, and I'm going to go to the store and get like a little pom-pom. I think at Joann's they have like some little packages of pom-poms. Either that or try to find a button. But anyway, the only thing I haven't done is the nose. You can see here's the tail. And these are all the yarns that I used for her sweater. And it's like he's wearing a sweater because this part folds down. He or she. And I put a little, I guess it says she's that she's wearing a bow. So there you go. So I'm going to give this to Sarah as a surprise. And she can either keep it for herself or put it on their Christmas tree there at her school. I just think it's adorable. And the eyes I got from 6060 Eyes on Etsy. I just think she's really cute. I had put a stitch marker in her nose, and I was joking that she had her nose pierced. That cracked me up. Okay, so that's my first finished object. So thank you, Marlisha, for that pattern. The timing was perfect, and it's very, very well written, easy to follow directions, and I definitely want to make the bunny for myself. So that is one finished object. My second finished object is I made a dishcloth. And I had mentioned before that I wanted to make these cloths for my daughter's friend. She's stationed in Hawaii. She's in the Coast Guard. So these cloths are, it's the Beach Cloths by Chris Knits. I did the first one. I think I had started it before and showed it to you guys, but here you go. It's the shovel and pail. Sort of can see. I'm going to wait till I'm doing like 6 of them, and then when I get them all done, I'll wash them and block them. So I did that. That's a finished object. And then I also wove in the ends for a bunch of dishcloths that I'm going to give as hostess gifts. We're staying with 2 of Rachel's classmates on the way up to Rhode Island. One of them lives in North Carolina. So the first day we leave Wednesday morning, we're going to drive to North Carolina and stay with her. And then the second night, one of her friends lives in Maryland, and we're actually going to pick this friend up and bring her with us to visit Sarah's school. So we're going to stop in Maryland the second night, and then the third day, the 28th, we will be actually in Rhode Island, if all goes well, and weather cooperates, and traffic cooperates, and all that kind of stuff. So, so I had made a bunch of dishcloths earlier in the year. And so I'm giving each of those families 7 dishcloths. So I wove in a bunch of ends. And I have some that I want to give to my friend that I'm staying with. And also I have some that I want to give to Sarah's school to use. So I'm about halfway done weaving in all those ends. So, and then works in progress. I did work some of my sock yarn blanket, but I didn't bring it in. I'm crocheting a gigantic granny square out of leftover. I'm telling you. I'm so brain dead today. Leftover sock yarn. There we go. And then also I did start my half of the BFF KAL, which is a pattern on Knitty. And you, each of you knits half, and this is the half that I received in the mail. And then I'm knitting my half. I didn't get very far. So when I get this done, what you do is you take your half and you link it together, and then you take their half and you link it through so that you have 2 interchanging links and interconnected links, and that's the way the KAL works. So I just got a little tiny bit done with that. I am taking all of my projects with me to Rhode Island because we'll be there like 6 days, so I have a feeling I'll get a lot of knitting done. I am going to do some touristy things, but, you know, I've been up there a few times, so there's not a whole lot, you know, that I want to see, especially that time of the year. Man, I look white today, whiter than usual. Let's see, we have, the big project, Sarah's sweater. I finished the second sleeve, and I started picking up the button band going around. So, let me show you. Oops, and of course, I'm in the middle of a row. Just figures. Let's see if I can get this looking semi-decent. Okay, so here's the sweater. And you can see here's the first sleeve. And then here's the second sleeve. And you can see that they are not even. They are asymmetric, I guess you could say. So that's it. And I have picked up around the top here, and I started the button band. And then all I have left after I finish this top button band is the 2 button bands down the side, and then the weaving in of the ends and grafting the underarm, and I will be totally done with the sweater. So it will definitely, hopefully, definitely be done in time to give to Sarah when we go up there. She's super duper excited about it. I'll show you, did I bring it in here? Yes. I'll show you a picture of what the actual finished sweater looks like. So you can see the two sleeves are asymmetric. So, and while I'm up there, I'm sure she'll wear it a lot, and I'll get to take pictures of her wearing it. What else did I want to say about that? Oh, I did do... Oh, and of course I can't find it. I hope I didn't drop it somewhere. I did make a swatch for the button band. I can't remember who it was. I'm thinking it was Pattern Whisperer on Ravelry. Suggested that I do a swatch for the button band. And that was actually a good idea because I've actually never done buttonholes before. So I think I might have lost it already. It's probably on my desk. It's probably on my desk. But anyway, I did, I made a swatch about this. I made a swatch about this long, and I did put 3 of the buttonholes in there. And what I'm going to do is take that to the store along with the sweater and pick out 3 different kinds of buttons that Sarah can choose from. Unless one just screams, this was made for this sweater, then, you know, there's no point in getting it. But I do want to give her at least some choices, and then also the buttons on when I get to her school. I can't believe I forgot that. But anyway, I'll show it to you next time. And let's see, so that's it. I haven't worked on the mittens. I actually haven't done very much knitting at all the last couple of days because I've just been sleeping a lot. I did start another dishcloth for my my friend's daughter. And I am doing the palm tree. Can't see very much, but I am doing it out of this lime green. And because that's pretty brainless. Oh, and I forgot to mention that, speaking of lime green, I am wearing this. This is the Walnut Grove shawl pattern by the late Carrie Steinmetz. And so I'm wearing this in her honor because I don't have any other Christmas items to wear. So I figured this would be good. But it is actually pretty hot in here. The things I do for you guys. Just kidding. But yeah, it's actually pretty warm in here right now. So as soon as I'm done recording, this will be coming off. But I just had to wear it. This is made out of wool miza, and it's the Walnut Grove, and I love it, love it, love it. It's tied for first place in my favorite shawls. My other favorite is my Sunset with Captain Kirk shawl that I made out of Desert Vista Dyeworks. So these are my 2 favorite shawls. All right, then lastly, the only other thing I've worked on this week is my Johnny Appleseed socks, and this is for our current knit-along that I'm having with Denise from the Knitting Den. We are having a variegated sock knit-along that runs until the end of January, and I am using one of my colorways called Johnny Appleseed, and this is in the Manly base. And like I said last week when I picked this out, I didn't realize it was going to be Christmassy colors, but that's okay. So this is just past the heel turn, and I've picked up the stitches and I've started the gusset decreases, which strangely, the heel of the sock is my favorite part of the whole sock. I love doing the heel flap, I love picking up the stitches, and I love doing the gusset decreases. That's crazy. When I first started knitting socks, I hated that part because it was like hard. But now that's my favorite part because it's the most interesting. And this is the Waffle Rib 2 pattern by, it's in the Sensational Knitted Socks book by Charlene Church. I think that's how you say her name. I really like it. I really like this yarn. It's really, really squishy. And it is in my pink Dalek bag from Tangerine Designs. Love it! My current favorite. I'm fickle, just like with everything else. I'm fickle with my knitting bags, but this one I will be using a lot. I know, just because it's Doctor Who themed. The tag, if you are participating and you want to tag your project in Ravelry, the tag is KD for Knitting Den, SB for Sock Bunny, and Socks. So it's KD SB Socks. And it's not case sensitive, so you can type it upper lowercase, doesn't matter. Upcoming knit-alongs and crochet-alongs. In January, I'm going to be doing the Sparkle Free-for-All with Lauren from Lem Knit Crochet Podcast, and I'm probably going to cast on, it can be any sparkly yarn, any project. So I'm probably going to cast on like a monster out of some sparkly worsted that I have. That's probably, I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to take it with me so I can cast it on when I'm on my trip. So I need to decide. And then in February, I'm going to be doing the sci-fi knit along with Sam from the Knit Run Dig podcast. I'm super excited about that. So it could be a sci-fi colorway, like say you have a colorway that's named after a sci-fi, you know, whatever, and or it could be a sci-fi project, which I think I'm going to knit myself a Dalek. The Daleks, if you don't watch Doctor Who, the Daleks are his mortal enemies. They're these machines. There's robot type machines, but they do have a creature inside, and they are pure hate. They don't have any good redeeming qualities. They are pure evil and hate, and they're the Doctor's enemy. So I'm probably gonna crochet myself a Dalek, and I know Rachel wants me to make her. There's a dishcloth that she wants me to make her. It says, see the Daleks, the thing that they always say is exterminate. They say exterminate like that. So there's a dishcloth that says exfoliate. And that just cracks her up. So I'll probably make that for her, and her birthday's in February, so that'll probably be what I will make for that. That's it for upcoming knit-alongs and crochet-alongs. Spinning, I did spin this week, but I forgot to bring it in with me. I started spinning some of my BFL in the Purple Mountain Majesty colorway. I do want to finish that before I record next week, so hopefully I will have that done. Let's see. Oh, I didn't bring anything in for Look What I Made either. Okay, so let's talk about stash enhancement. I'm sorry if this is not my usual perky episode. I'm just really out of it today. And I feel like I'm leaning forward so I could see. Anyway. So I did get a few patterns last week after I recorded. The first one I got is Zuzu's Petals, and this is from Kim, who is Fraydele, Fraydele. She gave me Zuzu's Petals, and that's a Karina Spencer pattern, and she gave that to me in memory of Knit Pro Girl. And I really, really want to make this out of hand spun. I think that's going to be gorgeous. Tina from the Knitting Blooms podcast made one out of hand spun, and it was gorgeous. And then I was gifted the Pine Hills Scarf pattern by Natalie Ford, and she designed this herself. It's really cute. I totally could see doing that with some striping sock yarn. Very, very pretty. So thank you, Natalie. And then I showed you the pattern that Marlisha gave me in honor of Advent, is what she gave this to me for. And then I did get a pattern yesterday, but I haven't had a chance to print it, so I'll print it and show you next week. I got from Lisa Marie, who is the Yarn Goes On. She bought me a pattern called Ocean City Chalette from Nancy Whitman, and it's really pretty. So I will print that and show that next week. So thank you all very much. I really, really do appreciate it, especially when I'm not feeling it. It makes me feel better. So. Tips and tricks. My tip and trick this week is if you are sick, don't forget to replace your toothbrush. Because if you don't, there is a chance that you could reinfect yourself. So if you've been sick, you can replace it, or what I usually do is just put it in boiling water for a few seconds just to kill whatever germs might be in there. So, like, if I have a relatively new toothbrush, I'll just boil it. But if I have an older toothbrush, you know, you're supposed to replace it every 3 months anyway. So if it's getting close to the 3 months, I'll just replace it. But if it's a newer one and I'm sick, then I will stick it in boiling water. So that's just a little tip. My favorite thing this week, if you have watched before, you probably know that one of my favorite things on the entire planet is Coca-Cola. I love it. And I try to drink it only on days divisible by 3. That way I don't drink it every single day. Darn, today's not divisible by 3. Although I didn't have one yesterday. So, you know, I've actually been having it less frequently than that. But if it's divisible by 3, I can have a Coke on that day. That's my own rule. So every year, Joe and I and the girls, we get a new ornament for the Christmas tree. And we could be at, you know, Target or Joann's or wherever and just see something that strikes us. Well, this year I was at Target and I found the perfect ornament for myself. It's a Coca-Cola And it looks like it's all frosty cold. I love it. So this is my favorite thing this week, my Coca-Cola ornament. And a lot of times we will get ornaments for the dogs. John usually gets one. My bunny usually gets one. But it's very hard to find bunny ornaments. Usually I can't find them every year. But if I find a bunny ornament, I get it for him. What am I watching and reading? I'm watching Star Trek The Next Generation. I'm still on season 2. And I had been reading a book called The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin, and I had put it away. Well, it's on my Kindle, and I just hadn't been reading it, so I picked that back up this week, and I've been reading that. So when I finish reading the entire book, I'm going to do a book review on it, even though it's not a knitting book, because I really think it's awesome. It's called The Happiness Project, and it's where she took for a year, each month, she had a different area of her life that she focused on improving to improve her happiness level. So I'm probably about halfway through the book right now. So that's about it. I hope you have a great week. Try not to stress out too much this next week because of the holidays and the planning for the holidays and all that kind of stuff. Try to take a minute, take a deep breath, and just enjoy yourself. Because that's really hard this time of the year. Everybody gets so caught up in everything. And just try to relax a little bit. And I know that's easier said than done. And I know a lot of people are sad this time of year because they're missing loved ones and stuff like that. So I do pray for you guys regularly, everybody who watches the podcast. And if you ever have a special prayer request that you want me to pray for you, please do let me know. And I will be more than happy to pray for you or to offer up a mass or whatever you want me to do. So that's it. I hope you have a great week. I will see you either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So keep on crafting. Bye.